Welcome back to the Crypto's Key conversation. It's going to be a quick one, but I wanted to cover, man, look at this. On a 7-day period, we're up 20.3% in Bitcoin. In the past 24 hours, 6.2%. And I think this went down. I think it was upwards of like 10% or something like that. So a lot of, we're in the greed area now at 59. So there's a lot of fuel coming behind all these announcements with these spot Bitcoin ETFs that's been coming out. And John Deaton says, with Bitcoin up 10% and climbing, it would be nice for a great decision to come out this week, being a significant win for all crypto. But a certain group of token holders who have held on to a specific token through incredible FUD campaigns, as well as being attacked by the SEC, deserve it most. Yeah, we know who he's talking about, man. Hashtag XRP Army. Absolutely. I wanted to cover this some more on the Wanjang blockchain. It says Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin is listed as a co-founder of WX blockchain, Wangchang blockchain, a part owner of Prometheum Inc., which was recently given rights to operate a crypto exchange in the U.S. Other filings show Buterin is also chief scientist of Wangchang Blockchain Lab. So remember, we've been connecting more dots when you have, I think it was Aaron Kaplan. I forgot if that was his name, but the CEO of Prometheum, and he obviously went before Congress and came out with all this video footage that we've been servicing on Twitter, connecting, more ETHgate components and Wangchang blockchain and Wangchang the company being a part of that. Now we're seeing more stuff. This whole ETHgate stuff is real. It says Dr. Zhao, chairman and CEO of Wangchang Blockchain, says he gave $500,000 donation to Ethereum Foundation while promising to continuously support the development of Ethereum as needed. And then Cowboy Crypto goes in and starts implementing a lot more content here as well. So I highly recommend you come in and check out this tweet thread. But just connecting more dots, man. And this all really comes back to ETHgate, hashtag ETHgate, and Ethereum, Joe Lubin, and the likes, connecting more of those dots. And also our government officials like Chairman Gensler. And Tony Edward hits it on the head here. He goes, here's proof that Gary Gensler is a scumbag regulator. Below is a breakdown of how TradFi and Wall Street giants used him and the SEC to push their crypto takeover plan. Gary is not looking to protect investors. 2022, Gary turns a blind eye and allows FTX, Celsius, Terra Luna, Voyager, and 3 Arrows Capital to collapse. He met with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX officials multiple times. He allowed this to happen on purpose. It was the first step in cleansing the industry for his Wall Street friends. Gary also denies Grayscale's BTC spot ETF application. While all of these collapses are happening, BlackRock launches a Bitcoin private trust, partners with Coinbase, and starts custody of USDC reserves. BNY Mellon launches crypto custody service. Visa and MasterCard ramp up crypto integration and building. In 2023, this is from January to June. So Gary goes after the tier 1 regulated companies who were not affected by the bear market, sending out Wells notices and filing lawsuits. Coinbase, Kraken, Paxos, Binance, etc. He also echoes false narratives that the banking collapses are due to crypto. Within the same time period, we have Fidelity launching crypto trading services. BlackRock files for Bitcoin spot ETF. Fidelity plus Charles Schwab plus Citadel launch a crypto exchange. Deutsche Bank files for crypto custody license. Wisdom Tree and Invesco file for Bitcoin spot ETF. And rumors of Fidelity also filing for a Bitcoin ETF soon and looking to acquire Grayscale. Hashtag fire Gary Gensler. He says, I didn't add the shady Prometheum plant by Gary because we're still waiting on Freedom of Information Act requests to get more details. Not to mention, Gary has not addressed the bill in him in emails. I mean, he really hits it on the head with this. I mean, this is straight facts, things that's been happening. And this is a regulator that is, this is a government official, a chairman of the SEC that is supposed to be set out to protect us, the investors, but he's not. He's there to line his own pockets, his own agenda, and the agenda of the incumbents, trying to get them a bigger slice of the pie. And yeah, I don't think he has addressed to him in emails. I know there has been articles that came out talking about, it not being as beneficial for Ripple, the company, in the litigation with the SEC, and it being beneficial for Ethereum. There's, all these other, speculations, and they're almost trying to turn the narrative away from how beneficial it was for Ripple, XRP community, and the crypto community in general. But yeah, he hasn't addressed it. And also going to be covering something later on about Vitalik not coming out, kind of responding as to, what we've been validated on in regards of hashtag ETHgate and how they've tried to create this monopoly and they've been exposed for it. Continuing on here. John Deaton says, didn't Gary Gensler just say crypto companies and their executives, including Brian Armstrong, Paul Grewal, and Jesse Powell, are a bunch of hucksters and scam artists, justifying the extortion of $30 million from Kraken FX and suing Coinbase? And it says Charles Payne, who saw this coming. So I'm assuming he's talking about the interview that they had together. But yeah, just more hashtag fire Gary Gensler stuff. We know that, you know, he's not on the side of the law, obviously, and he's not on the right side of history, and he's definitely not on the side of the everyday investors that he so-called set out to protect. He swore to protect. A Meta Lawman says a new crypto exchange, EDX, is launching with backing from some of the largest institutions in TradFi. So we've been covering this already on the channel. It says EDX will only trade Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash for now. Did the SEC signal to those financial backers that it doesn't consider ETH, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash to be securities? Something is wrong when all we have is guesswork and tea leaf reading to try and figure out what is permitted and what is prohibited. This is not really how countries governed by the rule of law are supposed to work. I mean, literally, Meta Lawman's a huge player within the community as well, and hits a lot of security stuff on the head, and really makes it understandable for, you know, everyday people like myself. But it's crazy how Chairman Gensler really isn't addressing anything, you know, pertinent to kind of what we've been servicing in the community. And this is what I was talking about, how Vitalik Buterin had this tweet on December 21st of 2020. Obviously, the lawsuit dropped days before Christmas. It says, looks like the Ripple XRP team is sinking to new levels of strangeness. They're claiming that their crap coin, oh, I almost said it, should not be called a security for public policy reasons, namely because Bitcoin and Ethereum are Chinese controlled, with a laughing face. Okay. The crazy thing is, okay, let me read this. Crypto Law says, given everything that has happened since this tweet, and everything that has come out about the SEC did and is still doing to crypto, why isn't Vitalik Buterin addressing it or any of it? It would be good for Ethereum, for himself, and for all crypto if he ended the silence. So the crazy thing is, we're talking about how all things lead back to China, right? And we've been proving it, connecting the dots from Prometheum, from Wang blockchain, to all the connections there, the connections from ETHGate and Joe Lubin, Consensus, Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum Foundation, all these connections that we've been unraveling. I mean, all this is true. So why hasn't he come out and addressed any of it? It's crazy, man. And even with the Bill Hemming emails, just connecting more of those dots as well. And obviously there's, great legal minds that behind it that's, dove deep into it and had podcasts that they cover topics from it. And we're just learning more every day. And it's crazy. I wonder if this stuff is just going to be swept under the rug. Like, if is anyone going to, be held accountable for their wrongdoings? That's like a big question that I have. I wouldn't bet on it. But Digital Asset Investor had put this up. He says, we tried to tell you, Congress. So then it says, leaked. Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin meets with Chinese whales to discuss potential partnerships and acquisitions. So I'm going to just play. I'm going to mute it because it's kind of... So yeah, obviously they're speaking, I'm assuming, Chinese, and yeah, he's just sitting in here, and I guess I haven't validated or verified this video myself. I'm just kind of sharing the news here, but yeah, it all leads back to China. That was what we've been showing. It's crazy, man. You scrutinize and you throw the everything you have at these United States, grown and homegrown and developed companies that are trying to, do things the right way. You throw everything at them and you try to hinder, stifle, and destroy their companies. But then again, you're allowing, the likes of companies to be, managed and built under the China, and you're pushing, our entrepreneurs and our blockchain and our digital asset builders, offshores. It's absolutely wild. We're still waiting for that new day from Congressman Tom Emmer and Congress in general. I'm going to end on this one right here. Mr. Huber kind of simplifies what we've been uncovering, because Harmon says, explain this to me like I have no idea what is going on. So he's talking about like everything we've been unraveling with the Prometheum stuff and the plug and play stuff. So it says, after Bill Hemming became director of CorpFin at the SEC, his son became venture associate for Plug and Play FinTech. Plug and Play FinTech held meetings for the Ethereum Foundation in preparation for the Ethereum ICO, and FinTech division was formed at the same time. Nate Hemming's role was to make Plug and Play recommendations on investments in the fintech space, while his father was proven to share insider knowledge with other venture capitalists on his fintech regulation. So it says, how do we know that Bill Hemmons shared insider knowledge about his regulations with other venture capitalists? Because other venture capitalists went on to national television and were betting dimes to donuts on the exact things he was about to say. So obviously, Mike Novogratz here. I
bet dimes to donuts. They will say Ethereum probably was a security, but it's not anymore.
I think we have an intraday chart, by the way, of Ethereum. Let's look.
So this was after. I mean, obviously, most of you probably seen this already, but this was after the speech, and they gave Ethereum the free pass, right? So this is pretty much hinting at what Mike Novogratz was talking about. He already knew what was going on within that within William Hemmons' Ethereum free pass speech. So let's listen into this.
See if we can pop it up there. This is what I'm talking about. So you can see over there that was after the comments by the SEC. So interesting market action there, right? Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nascent
This
market.
is why insider trading is against the law, people. Okay?
I mean, they laugh about it and stuff, but it's true, man. The fact that he goes, whoa. I mean, it's true. They tried to create a monopoly, and ETHgate had been exposed, and we're going to continue to expose and share content and make videos because we're trying to fight the good fight, man. It's not right. But that's what I have for you. I've tried to make this one as quick as possible. Make sure you come to the Crypto is Key Conversation YouTube channel. Subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Crypto is Key 1. Really appreciate your support out there. With all that being said, stay strong out there and be safe.